Alright, welcome back.
It's been a while since you've docked here, eh? I suppose the lockdown has hurt your profits as well. It must be hard to shuttle people when nobody's allowed to leave. The blockade has been bad for everyone.
What's been going on here?
Your manifest says it's been 2 months since you last came here. It's become much worse since your last trip. Military checkpoints are everywhere.
Military checkpoints, are they looking for something?
Could be. Our space forces have been in full readiness ever since the space battle in orbit. Tensions are running high. All Republic vessels must be searched, and the delays are turning pilots grey before their time. And ever since the Republic fired on our space forces, things have been even slower. Bad days. Bad days. And things are getting worse. I'd get out of the system quickly, if I were you, friend. Well, doesn't look like you have any trade goods, so the inspection's just a formality. Here's your starport visa. Don't lose it. They're priceless right now.
Why?
If you want to leave the planet, you need a starport visa. They're very hard to get. Many people want to get out of here before things get worse.
How's the situation here in Onderon?
There's strict food and water rationing, and General Vaclu's troops have been very thorough in finding Republic dissidents. Bombing's very common.
Can I go now?
Certainly. Mind what I said about the starport visa. I know one captain already who can't get back into the starport.
In the latest news today, the Onderon Space Force has confirmed that a Republic military craft initiated the space battle over our planet. Sources inside the military say the first shots of the massive battle were fired by the Republic vessel, the Ebon Hawk. The Ebon Hawk is a capital-class vessel, and it destroyed 15 Onderon military fighters before being destroyed by Colonel Tobin's forces. Queen Talia is expected to make an announcement later today. Whether her support of the Republic will falter due to this attack is unknown.
Bloody lies, that's what I've got to say.
I can't believe that the Republic assaulted our space forces. Forget about secession.
An aquafish merchant. Shouldn't you be roughing up some biff or a few creds? Okay. He did have something of value. What is this?
Fair winds to you, Offworlder. Is it too much to hope that you are a Telosian merchant?
I am no merchant.
The winds still taste of misfortune, then. Our beasts will continue to wait in their cages.
Why do you have so many beasts in cages?
These beasts you see here are for delivery to Telos, but the Republic vessels that transport them have to wait for thorough and needlessly long searches. So the city is stacked with caged beasts waiting for their ships. We have stopped gathering beasts now, but they still fill the city. For Drexel and Ryder, the Ithorians brought wealth and prosperity. Our settlements prospered, but now... They have been kept in their cages for a long time, but yet at times I feel as if something else is affecting them, frightening them. Perhaps it is the city itself. Isis has fallen upon dark times, and tensions run high in the streets. I am a beast rider. I have flown great distances gathering the animals you see here. We keep hoping that Ithorians or Telosians get through the Space Force's searches so that we can sell them. Telos was attacked by Darth Malak in the Jedi Civil War. The surface was completely destroyed. The Ithorians have been searching for appropriate wildlife to create a new Telos, but their merchants are stalled by the blockade. Our people have been here for centuries, though we were not always one with the wilds of Onderon. In ancient times, our people were criminals, prisoners who were cast out of Isis and sentenced to die by the beasts in the wilds. But our ancestors learned how to survive and even tame the mighty beasts. They became our strength and companions. We fought endlessly with Isis for resources and survival. But 2 generations ago, an Isis princess named Gallia and a great beast rider hero, Oron Kira, married. They united our peoples. But now things are unraveling. Even the beasts can smell it in the air. Many beast riders have fallen to the city ways, and some are now no more than common thugs. Queen Talia and her cousin General Vaklu argue in open councils. The beasts stir from the changes in the wind and cannot be calmed, and we beast riders find it harder to enter the city each day. No one is to leave the city without the starport visas. It chokes passage in and out of Isis. Calm.
What? Run! The bomber is out of control!
I don't know what to say. I had heard stories, but I assumed that they were fledgling riders, or simply tales that grow in the telling. Not since my first Drexel have I lost control of a beast. I apologize profusely. Here, I give you these credits for the danger I put you in. Absolutely not. But recently, things are not as they were. The beasts grow more agitated by the day. The stories say that the smoldering fires of city politics cast a smoke they can smell and breathe. They revert to their primal instincts. As you've just seen, when they get that way, not even a skilled beast rider can control them. As soon as I leave here, I will talk with my family. There is much to be discussed.
Halt, off-worlder. You'll have to answer some questions before you go into the city. What is your business on Isis?
I don't think my business is any concern of yours.
I don't think your business is any concern of mine.
Observation. Master, your powers of persuasion, without the use of pain or violence, is a mystery to me.
It's inside the city, HK. Otherwise...
Statement. Of course, Master.
While you're at it, tell him to forget he ever saw us. Could be useful.
Not only is your business not my concern, I can't seem to remember why I'm holding you up.
You'll let me go about my business and forget you ever saw me.
You should probably go about your business, whoever you are. Oh, don't lose your starport visa, otherwise you won't be leaving for a long while.
Let's hurry this up. I want him escorted out of here quickly.
This is outrageous. I'm not a spy. I'm a journalist for Isis.com.
You're a Republic spy, and your propaganda will be silenced. We are taking you back to our barracks for interrogation.
But, well, you can't be serious. You accuse me of propaganda? I have proof that Vaklu is withholding information on the so-called Republic.
One more word of treason out of you. What are you looking at? This is none of your business.
Please, ma'am, help me. Vaklu's troops won't listen. I'm just a journalist, not a spy.
Do you have some sort of warrant?
A warrant? General Vaklu passed an edict giving the military broad authority to detain and question anyone suspected of treasonous activity. It was specifically meant for us to pick up spies like this before they could leave ISIS or go underground.
A journalist would be poor cover for a spy. They're not well known for their discretion.
This is just because I try and expose the web of lies that...
Enough out of you! Perhaps this traitor is more of an agent provocateur, sent by the Republic to sow dissent in our ranks.
Do you have any proof of any sort?
That is classified military information.
How many other journalists are being rounded up today?
I don't have time to answer your barbed questions, off-worlder.
You're violating this man's rights. I'll make sure this story gets out.
Men, let him go. We'll be back with a court order. Then we'll take him to the barracks. And you should watch yourself. You don't want to be known for siding with people like him.
I don't know how to thank you. I'm getting out of ISIS now. Eventually they'll come back for me. After that, I have a feeling no one will hear from me again. Thank you.
Council of Lords today, Lord Dashiell recommended a special commendation for Colonel Tobin due to his brilliant command of our armada in the skies above Onderon. Without him, Lord Dashiell said, the Republic attack would surely have done more damage. Tobin is one of ISIS's greatest heroes and deserves recognition.
They call the Ebon a capital ship in these bullshit reports. At any rate, I need Vaklu's,
Yeah, what do you... Like us, the people... They don't... Now...
Okay.
There must come a time when the Queen bows to the will of the people. The Republic has brought nothing but war and death. In our 50 years of flying their colors, we have had more war than the past millennia. Back General Vaklu in his effort to make her see reason. We do not need the Republic. They need our resources, our world, and our blood. For all that we have given, now we get nothing. The Republic is weak and falling apart. Its Jedi, whose fallen brethren have brought such misery to us, have disbanded. Let's be the first world to take our future into our hands. Are you with me?
The Queen should listen to the will of her people. I mean, exactly why is Talia so pro-Republic? I mean, I have my reasons, but what are Talia's reasons?
Exactly. That is all we ask. Close to 2/3 of Onderonians want to reclaim our independence, to isolate ourselves from the ravages of the Republic, to relive our golden age when we answered to no Senate.
That's enough, Ponlar. If you keep this up, you're going to spend time in detention. You're coming awfully close to treason.
You can't silence me forever, soldier. But I'll keep my peace, for now. If I speak more right now...
These are dangerous times. People like Ponlar aren't making it any easier.
The rumor I've heard is that you don't fully agree with our Queen and her supporters. If you aren't adverse to Queen Talia stepping down, we could use your help. It would be quite worth your while.
What's this about?
I am a strong supporter of General Vaklu. The Merchant Quarter is an important area. Not only financially, but strategically as well. It is one of the few districts that is directly connected to the Royal Palace. The Queen and her advisors are well aware of this and have ensured that the captains here are extremely loyal to her. This presents complications for Vaklu. If you could arrange for them to be removed from their command, you will be richly compensated.
How do I remove them from their posts?
You can't attack them directly. The entire city would be after you if you assaulted their checkpoints. You may have to be subtle and patient. They don't have to be killed, just removed from command.
How much does this pay?
For each task you complete, I am prepared to pay you 2,500 credits. Plus you will earn the favor of some powerful people. We could make your job much easier here.
Tell me about these captains.
There's Galisi at the starport. Riken commands from the turret tower. And Bastuco guards the entrance to the sky ramp. All loyal, and all need to be reassigned.
Tell me about Galisi.
He's the most junior of the captains. His superior, Captain Sulio, met with an accident. I believe you're familiar with that. Besides his strong loyalty to the Queen, I know next to nothing about him. He sometimes frequents the local cantina when he isn't at his post.
Riken?
He's been responsible for the merchant quarter for years. He's been chastised repetitively for his criticism of General Vaclu. His years of service won't protect him if he continues to subvert the chain of command. He has received several warnings. With a nudge, he just may get a dishonorable discharge.
Bastuco?
A true veteran, years of honorable service, completely dedicated to the Queen. Sadly, I think he's more on our side than the Queen's. But he's an old soldier that can't adapt to today's complex situation. Regardless of what the best interests of Onderon are, he won't swerve from executing the Queen's misguided decrees. Persuasion may be ineffective. Take this military security card. It can be used to slice into security terminals. Perhaps you'll find solutions there. About what?
We should try to get General Vaclu to be on our side. He has a shrewd mind and is far more fit for command. Queen Talia is young and too idealistic. A veteran leader is what this planet needs, and would make a better ally.
I agree, Vaclu has a lot more to offer us.
Vaclu is no fool. Even if we've had disagreements in the past, he'll recognize how advantageous an alliance could be between us.
Fair enough, Mandalore.
I won't remain silent any longer. The Republic has actively attacked us. They attack our spaceships unprovoked. What next? An invasion? Perhaps they seek to conquer us. Will you stand idly by? Will you let them bomb our city? No! If Queen Talia is so removed that she won't do what the people so clearly want, then we must show her. With force!
That's it, Ponlar. We're taking you in. You've gone too far.
Brothers and sisters, let us rise up now and march to the palace. Our will cannot be denied.
Everyone join Ponlar. The Queen's reign must end.
Exclamation. My behavioral core glows when my master acts like this.
That's right! Death to the Queen! Death to the rise! Grab arms! We will march!
Why are you joining in this? I prefer Vaclu over Talia, but this is hardly a task for a warrior.
If we want to work with Vaclu, we need to give him some sort of sign. This is as good as any.
Shrewd. I hate to lower myself to joining this mob, but your plan may work.
You would fight with them? This is madness! We need reinforcements!
The Off-Worlder joins us! Let's fight these rats! The
Royals must die!
You're back to visit me.
Kawanabota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Yasora ku tuka ulwanji yum.
Dahupa, bosa kurat, kavadumpa munsuru kupla.
Mogachi norta hirembe wanachi.
Kawana bota yunta tanga.
Kawana bota ayuka taigwa.
Kavadumpa munsuru kuplagi. Kawana bota.
Fereki mangradu no.
Taracho mosin. Kawana bota yunta.
Hondalal no saga. Kawana bota ayuka taigwa.
Variki mangra do cha. Kawana bota yunta.
Dawancha mori konsova.
Unta chiwita.
Vaklu sounds capable and has ambition. Drive and experience is a powerful combination.
Muliwrawa iberendia tia wish.
Wanta sort.
Kawana bota. Kawana bota.
It will lead to war and people will die. Is it worth it? Well, I don't believe so, to be honest, to an extent. But if there is going to be a war and you can't change that outcome, and you can't change that from happening, then you might as well support the side in the war that you might agree with better. In a sense. Or is it? I mean, to an extent, I don't. There's one major issue I have with Vaklu. Over last, how long has it been already? Over half a decade? Yeah, over half a decade I've seen people who believe that they know what's best for the countries rise up against their governments. How has all of that ended? Oh yeah, badly. Very, very badly. For everyone involved. Sometimes it's just not worth it.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? This terminal is restricted to military personnel only.
I could have sworn I saw you at the riot. Command said that all the ringleaders were picked up, though.
You have the look of someone used to adversity, a cut above the rabble around here. I have a business proposition for you. Everyone around here begs and pleads night and day for open starport visas. Very touching how well they act out their lies. Or truths. It doesn't matter, really. What does matter is credits. Hard currency. I offer you 2,000 credits if you find an open starport visa. You won't find a better deal. Does it matter? Truly matter? No. I have no sad story. I just know people who will pay a great deal for an open starport visa. The credits are your share of my profits. The visas are very rare, but I have a feeling you may come across one. I only know of one person who might offer something comparable, and what's going on there is illegal. I'm a legitimate trader, so there's no risk. There's only one thing ultimately more important than money, and that's your life. She's trouble. I wouldn't deal with her. I want nothing to do with her. If you want to get involved with that sort of person, you'll have to figure it out on your own. No, I don't think so.
Please, Captain, help me. My children and I are desperate to get off of Onderon. Do you have an open starport visa? My husband was killed by General Vaklu's troops. Our home was seized, and we were cast out. We have seen many wars on Isis, and I know war is coming. I want to spare my children from bloodshed. I've told you our story. Please, won't you help us? My husband, he was part of the Isis Council. He was a strong supporter of the Queen and the Republic. His views weren't always popular. Over time, he became convinced that Vaklu was trying to kill Queen Talia. He tried to kill Vaklu. To protect the Queen. The conspiracy was discovered, and he was shot during the arrest. What he did was wrong, and our life has been so difficult since then. I just want to get off this planet and start a new life. Please, help us. No one else will.
Please tell me you're an off-worlder. You came from the spaceport, right? But this is good news. You have a starport visa, right? I can only sell my best weapons if you have that. These soldiers ensure that I don't forget these formalities.
Watch it, Keg. The captain already has enough complaints about you.
No need to be alarmed, my foreign friend. Pay the soldier no heed. Pretend he isn't here. General Vaklu is concerned about well-armed insurgents. They've had to get arms from somewhere. Not from me, of course, but all sales of weapons have been severely restricted. I can only sell to off-worlders like you that have the proper clearance. And now off-worlders can't come here because of the blockade and searches, but it's a wise policy. Of course, soldiers are only doing their job. Even if it puts me out of business, I am happy. Even if I'm forced to live off scraps in the street, I am so happy to do my part. Long live General Vaklu!
Okay, I'm removing HK, getting Goto, and giving Mandalore that rifle. Because it's just much better for him.
Something. Yes, Master.
He doesn't really have anything of worth to use, to be fair. He's gonna get the... I mean, the repeating blaster rifle is kind of powerful in its own right, to be fair about that. Take a look at this baby.
Ready to serve.
Something. Yes.
Okay.
You have returned. Oh, everything is great here. We're all very happy. So very happy. Large variety of weapons. My stock is very good. You might want to buy some before the general decides he needs more blasters. Then weapon merchants like myself have the honor of providing them to him at a substantial discount, even below what it costs us. We do it happily, or else.
Or else what, Gag?
Or else we are very unhappy at not being able to do our part.
Okay, let's see.
Welcome to what must be the smelliest place in the universe, Offworlder. How can I assist you?
Why are there so many beast cages around?
Ithorians have been buying them to help rebuild Telos. I don't know why, but ever since they started, the Beast Riders have been crawling out of the woodworks to sell them animals. But the Republic blockade has meant long delays, and because of that, beast cages are filling up the streets of Isis.
What's that tower?
That's an air defense tower. The city's filled with them. Isis is an ancient city, and for many generations, our main enemy was the Beast Riders that lived outside the city.
Towers like these were built to protect us against Drexel and their Beast Riders.
What's a Drexel?
A Drexel is a flying beast. Huge creatures with teeth the size of your arms. Lethal, and skin like ferrosteel plates. Somehow the Beast Riders figured out how to tame them years ago. About 50 years ago, Princess Gallia married one of the great leaders of the Beast Riders, Orin Kira. That was right at the start of the Beast Wars. By the end of it, Gallia was crowned queen, and finally there was peace between our people. It's hard to put aside centuries of conflict. There's an uneasiness between our people. The Beast Riders are upset that General Vaklu has forbidden Drexel in Isis. Citizens usually only see the fallen Beast Riders, who are no better than thugs. Certainly, things are quiet right now. I have some time. What do you want to talk about? These are troubled times. You've probably heard that General Vaklu and Queen Talia are having some disagreements. I've been warned from command to keep my opinions to myself on that. So I've learned my lesson. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Ask around, though. There are plenty of people who'd like nothing more than to talk about it. Times are too complex for a simple soldier like myself. Sometimes I made the mistake of answering questions honestly. If you say anything bad about a superior officer, they call that disrespecting the rank. Do that too many times and it's not long before you're a civilian.
Yes, tell them what you really think, Riken.
I don't think so. I know you'd like nothing better than getting me drummed out of the military, but I'm not gonna say a word.
How will it get better if people are afraid to speak out? It's just a form of cowardice. I'm also trying to save his life, to be fair.
It's not that simple. Soldiers are guardians. We protect people. But if they get too political, then it enters dangerous territory. It can even lead to a coup d'etat.
Are you implying something, Riken?
The only thing I'm implying is that it's my duty as a soldier to keep politics at home. On the job, I respect the rank and the chain of command.
Not all orders should be followed. Not all people should be respected. Whatever your moral responsibilities.
I'm doing what I feel is right. Are you? That's something that each person has to answer for themselves. This topic's leading nowhere except for trouble for me. So, help a guy out. Let's talk about something else. Athorians, but... Stay... Back again? Actually, I wasn't telling you about it before. Like I said, I was warned by command to keep my opinions to myself. Ask around, though. The politics of the day is probably the most talked about subject in the city, and everyone wants to share their particular view of what's going on. Opinions are like Gizka around here. They breed like mad. Times are too complex. If you... It's not that...
You hide behind your shaky rationales built of fear and weakness. You don't have the strength to live by your beliefs.
Strength? It's not about strength. The military is being corrupted by the general. If those faithful to the Queen don't steer clear of Vaklu's cap-hound...
That's enough! You may be the Queen's pawn, Riken, but you will not rail against a brilliant general like Vaklu.
Can't you see it? He's slick with words, but Vaklu's inner circle are responsible for dark deeds. Anyone that speaks out against him is labeled a rebel spy. You think the Republic needs a few hundred spies in ISIS? Most spies are picked up in raids and never heard from again. It's just wrong.
I will see you are relieved of your command for this. Your mouth just ended your career. No matter how distinguished your war record is, it is over.
I don't know how much more help I'll be. Won't be in the military too much longer.
Most impressive.
I just saved his life. There's gonna be fighting and it's gonna start here. So by relieving him of his duty, I just got him out of the situation. Guy's fine. Okay. Well, I don't know if I don't remember what I needed to do in order to fully get this done.
You're back to visit me. I've heard the news. 1 captain has been removed, 2 to go. Here are the credits we talked about. There's twice as much waiting for you if you do what is being asked.
I guess I do need to do this fully.
General the merchant quarter is mostly safe. Other parts of the city have had real trouble.
The sky ramp is restricted to military personnel only. Stay clear of here, off-worlder. I am Captain Bastuco. I have served loyally in the Onderon military for 20 years.
20 years would mean you were here during the Mandalorian Wars, right?
I was a soldier when the Mandalorians took our world, and I fought in the Resistance. When we drove them from Onderon, I served on the wall for 10 years after.
You mean after the Jedi drove the Mandalorians from Onderon? The Mandalorians never gave ground to any Onderon soldier.
Such a view could be considered treason. Onderon was responsible for much of the fighting during the last days of the war. Without General Vaklu, the Republic would have fallen. General Vaklu is my superior officer, and I respect the chain of command. He kept the Resistance alive when the Mandalorians were destroying our world. The sky ramp leads to the battlements, and this particular ramp leads straight to the palace itself. No civilians are allowed past this point. I'm the one in charge here, Offworlder. If you try to get past me, then you'll have the entire ISIS garrison on you in seconds. There's no chance of that, Offworlder. The palace is locked down tight, and only authorized personnel are allowed in. I will let you... No, you're not permitted past this point. I suggest you move along, Offworlder, before you test my patience any further.
Do I need to kill him? I don't necessarily want to do that. There's a decision that I need to make. How far do I want to go with this? It's interesting. I mean, I know there's those HQ droids.
Some of those alien thugs, go back to your ship, Offworlder. We don't need your kind.
I am 1B8D, an automated droid vendor. I have in stock a variety of quality droid components, no refunds, and no haggling. Do you have any interest in my goods?
Your initiative is commendable. This situation presents an economic advantage to us. Will you allow me to assist? Leaving an economic asset vulnerable is a serious error, but it is a windfall to us.
Reinitializing complete. Greetings. Do you have any interest in my goods? That goes against my primary behavior programming. All items must be sold based on the most favorable market conditions. 1B8D cannot haggle. This is also a part of my primary behavior matrix. Market conditions all set to 0. All prices now set to base cost value. Do you have any interest in my goods?
Heard of any good finds?
You a writer?
There's something I can help you with? Sorry, I can't talk. I should get home before dark.
This is Dagon Gent's place. He's not the best doctor you'll ever meet, but he's well connected in this city. Doesn't look like he's here right now, though.
You looking for Dagon? You're not gonna find him here.
A soldier captain was murdered at the cantina real good. They got some suspects at the tower. From what I hear, Dagon Gent is one of them.
He's certainly capable of it, and probably stupid enough to get caught. But we need him, suspicion of murder or not.
It's the turret tower on the other side of the market. Captain Riken is the man to talk to. If you talk to him, tell him I got his 20 credits.
Yes. You. What have you... As you well know, my base of operations lies inside this floating droid before you. Notice its sleek black frame, both intimidating and threatening. And note its highly polished finish, so that enemies may see their screaming faces before they are removed from the equation. Yes, this frame is far superior to the droid chassis I once possessed, which quite frankly couldn't intimidate an Ithorian.
Donos Emeragith. Dawa Josimu Poindora. Bomababe want to susintumu in Wamagro. Loka Kamaranendo in Wamag. Tonoran Tono. Bomababe want to susintumu Karata. Febko Emariam Gawata Situ Insula Raka. Bomababe want to susintumu Karata. Taranamosibu and Asarans. Bomababe want to susi to Mukarata. Bomababe want to susi. Bomababe want to susi. Bom. Tonora.
You look like an off-worlder. My name's Galisi. I'm a checkpoint captain at the merchant quarter. If you're here for Juma juice, it's not that good. But at least it's cheap. I don't think Bith have the same sense of taste we do.
How's the checkpoint?
Long day, as always. Sulio was captain of that checkpoint for years. I never knew why she came here every night until I got her job.
Tell me about Sul.
She was murdered. I didn't want her job, but I got it now.
What do you know about the murder?
Same as everyone. People are trying to blame that doctor, Dagon Gent. I don't think even Command believe he did it. But someone's got to take the blame. I almost think that investigators aren't really looking. Dagon's convenient. They don't want to find the real murderer.
You sound nervous.
Sulio was murdered. Maybe even assassinated. I might be a little paranoid. I have a wife and daughter to look after, and I feel like I'm a target now. I'm tempted to just grab my family and take the first shuttle out of here.
That sounds like a good idea. You need to think about your family first.
I really am torn. There are some days where I think I'm a fool to stay.
You're right to worry. I know people want to get rid of the captains.
I believe you. How can you know? Never mind that. I think it may be a good idea to turn in my notice. I appreciate the warning.
Just saved his life as well. I think they'd all end up dead. Just like that one.
Farsa Susho. Taranta. Lutana. Tutamis.
Buonace nisso pamaranga dorisa. Dochi no mazu. Kavadumpe masu. Krech, mizoto minaka de sama krema. Jun soba me rap. The popo tenyo goju kavadumpe. Buonace nis doverini. Kavadumpe ma. Krech, mizoto min. The popo tenyo kavadumpe masuraku. The popo tenyo kavadumpe masuraku. The popo tenyo.
Yeah, I'm not gonna race until I know exactly what I'm getting myself into then.
I thought it was you. I served in the Mandalorian Wars with you. You're a Jedi, right?
You look familiar too.
I was one of the ground troops. We fought on Daggery Minor together. It was near the beginning of the war. We didn't win that battle.
I remember Daggery Minor.
Enough of the past. The whole galaxy isn't safe for Jedi now, especially here. Onderon has suffered through 3 wars started by fallen Jedi. Do you still serve the Republic?
Not directly anymore, but I do try and lend a hand while I'm able.
That's the first good news I've had in months. I was sent by the Republic Senate to investigate certain delicate matters that are happening on Onderon. It's worse than we feared. I have to get to Coruscant to deliver my report. But days before I was planning to leave, they started requiring starport visas.
Why is it so important if one world secedes from the Republic?
After the Jedi Civil War, the Republic was weak, and the cost to the Jedi Order was staggering. This entire region is unstable, and the entire Republic government could collapse. If Onderon secedes, other worlds may follow, and that can't be allowed to happen.
Why not?
Trade between our worlds has brought economic prosperity, and people just take it for granted. All worlds are now interconnected. The Senate also smooths over differences, and is a great instrument for peace. If the Republic falls apart, 1,000 little wars born out of petty rivalries will erupt over time. Eventually, the entire galaxy could be thrown into a dark age. I really can't say. The most I will say is stay clear of General Vaklu. His ambition knows no bounds. I believe the people of Isis are absolutely correct. A civil war is brewing, and Vaklu may very well win if I can't get to Coruscant in time.
You might want to travel to Telos as well. There's a Republic representative there.
Thank you for the tip. The journey to Coruscant would be more costly and attract more attention. But there are many freighters bound for Telos.
Actually, I'd like to talk to you about Captain Sulio's murder.
What do you want to know about that night?
An acquaintance of mine, Dagon Gent, is being held by the authorities. I'm trying to get him free.
Dagon Gent didn't do it.
How can you be so sure?
Because he was with me at the time.
Why didn't you tell the authorities?
It's quite simple. Right now, he's accused of murder. If he's convicted, the sentence is death. If he's accused of espionage, let's say assisting a Republic spy, then the penalty for that is death. I'm afraid the Onderonians are quite fond of their death penalty. So if I stood up for him, he'd be trading one death sentence for another. I was with Dagon in his office at the time of the murder. He definitely wasn't involved with her murder. We were taking great pains not to be seen, which has a certain irony to it, really. If you can free him, please do. He's been invaluable with his help to the Republic. I only wish there was something I could do to help him.
Assuming we get Dagon free, we're going to have a few private words about this. Together, we fought against the Republic during the Mandalorian Wars.
I don't particularly like the idea that he's working for them now.
The information I have is vital to the Senate. I hope you can help. My mission requires the most extreme caution and delicacy. I don't want to risk going through channels to get a visa. General Vaklu is not above arranging an accident for me. I'm taking a great risk talking to you, but I'm running out of options. Helping me is not without its risks. I know you have Jedi training, so you can probably handle it. But I may be being watched. If that would compromise your mission, perhaps we should go our separate ways.
There's got to be something you need, something you want. I have connections, many connections in the city. I can provide high-quality, unique weapons that you won't be able to find elsewhere. I even have a rare lightsaber crystal, something you'd never find elsewhere. If you need money, I'll pay you 5,000 credits. All I ask is get me one open starport visa. I really can't be any help with that. I might have been in the same detention cell that night that Dagon's in now. The soldiers were asking me some entertaining questions that night. I've got no idea what was going on. Let's just say I'm one of their usual suspects. Sort of comes with the territory. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I want to talk to you about anyway. Because we'll trade them simultaneously. And if you aren't satisfied with your payment, I'll let you switch it for something else. I don't want to cross a Jedi. It's a small universe. I don't really care about the trouble that's behind you or ahead of you. We have exactly one thing we can talk about. Starport visas. Don't worry what I'll do with a visa. Maybe I'll just take a vacation. Maybe I just want to visit my mother on Nar Shaddaa. Decent citizens like you really don't want to know what I'm going to do with it. You have an honest face. I will answer your question. I need to transport permacrete explosives for the exchange. They're going to use it to take care of some competition and some local authorities. Permanently.
This room is reserved, Off-Worlder. I suggest you leave the room, Off-Worlder. I've got all the fans I need right here, so go space yourself. This room... if you ask me, she got what she deserved. She looked down on us Beast Riders. Good riddance. I know his face, that's about it. His office is on Bekel's turf. She's a Beast Rider like me and our leader. You better never be speaking ill of her, or else.
Malampro ta come tak playa giusti Gahupa boss Kavadumpa Kawana botai Chone mullera Tonkinge mungachinor ta imbrei wanachike Kavadumpa munsur Dovre ta
Kavadumpe masuraku popayi botenya tachimorosa kamsa javaskobo subjo mujisaka.
Nice to meet you, Sentient. Are you interested in a friendly game of Pazak? The deck is warm, the drink is plentiful, and the company amiable. Can I tempt you? Foul business, that is. Like most nights, I was here. What do you want to talk about? Know him. He's probably my best friend on this planet. Honestly, he's not a very good doctor, but he is a great drinking companion. Welcome back. You prove your mettle, and I might throw in a bonus one of these rounds. But enough of my cautionary advice. Let's play.
Okay, a bonus, he says. Can't do anything about that. Damn it. Lucky bastard. Seriously?
That's a shame, friend. Perhaps next time do you want another? You want...
He is one mean player, or he's just getting extremely fucking lucky. Well, that's just how it goes sometimes. He gets lucky, I get unlucky.
Welcome back.
Pazak is more of really a game of pure luck. And in games of pure luck in real life, like poker, what happens in quote-unquote professional games, which there should be, you end up it becomes a psychological test. Problem is, Pazak is not really designed around that, so it's a bit broken. I much prefer dice poker or Gwent. More about actual skill. I mean, I guess you do have to have an element of...
Finally, some worthy competition for a worthy pastime. I'm curious if you can do that again. Do you want another match? Welcome back. You want... I almost had you there at the end, but cards are fickle friends at best. Do you want another? Welcome back. You... Welcome back. You...
Just a couple more games of Pazak, I imagine, until he gives me what I want.
Welcome back. Welcome back. You.
He doesn't even have that great cards. It's just he has exceptional luck in the green cards that he's getting. I'll accept the loss.
Had you there at the end. The cards. Do you want another? Welcome back. Those were the best credits I ever spent. If you ever want to give me private lessons or let me buy you a drink, look me up. As for Pazak, however, I think you cleaned me out for the night. I promised you some Pazak cards, and I always keep my word. Here you go.
Okay then. Let's talk with the captain. I mean, there's swoop racing to be done and other things as well.
Getting to where you can't even walk the street.
What do we have here?
Ready? Back off, wormhead. This bounty's mine. Don't do something you might regret. There's soldiers all over this place.
Bawan Maderancha, you come most krun.
Wanted criminal.
Kabadumpa, mo bramtaba.
Who wants to die first? With it.
General, we have found them again.
Have we, Tobin? Or is this a preface to another of your failures? Consider the whole field, Tobin. Why would a Jedi risk all of this just to come to Isis?
The crew of the Ebon Hawk is elusive, General. We were warned about that, but we still underestimated them. But the fools are here, in Isis. The intel on this is certain. I'm ordering men loyal to us to take care of them now.
I think I have an idea. Hold that order. Have her watched instead. The Jedi may prove a solution to another one of our persistent problems.
Yes. A word?
You're back to visit me. 2 of the poor captains have lost their commands. Great shock, no doubt. Just 1 more left, and the Royalist captains will be no more. Here is the sum of credits we agreed upon.
Unnecessary observation. You are eliminating many of us Jedi, but such actions only delay the inevitable. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Recitation. And bring about the termination of hostilities.
Another one for me.
Failing master. Failing master.
It's the Offworlder. Listen, let's keep this brief. I've probably lost my command already because of the conversation we had. I don't see how it could get worse, but the galaxy has a funny sense of humor about that. We certainly do. He and several other people were picked up in connection to a murder. Captain Sulio. She was in charge of the Starport checkpoint. A good soldier. Your friend was one of the last people that saw her alive. So far, he's just a suspect. But if he did it, the punishment is death.
Dagon Gent is the only person I know with the contacts to help us out. We need to get Dagon out of custody.
Until we either eliminate him as a suspect or find the real killer. Dagon has quite a record with the authorities. The Colonel thinks that murder isn't too far a stretch for someone like him. No way. We're under orders to make sure no one sees the murder suspects. Command is taking this very seriously. I know Dagon personally. He's one of the worst doctors I've ever heard of. But I can't see him deliberately killing someone. He was one of the last people seen with Captain Sulio in the cantina. Ask around there. I've heard he's got a good motive for killing her. If you can somehow clear that up and prove it wasn't him, Command will cut him loose. If I say any more, I'll get in trouble. Stay out of...
By the way, with regards to saving the Republic, I don't care what the Republic spy is saying. All I care about is what Goto says. He probably knows best. Let's see here. Okay, going in.
Kawana bota yuntatang. Dahupa. Kavadum muli.
There are several people I can give the Starport visa to. I have to decide on that. Costin here on Serious Gaming signing out. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video.